Good morning. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my chaos. I'm glad you're here. Really, I am. I may not sound it, but I am. Just kidding. I am. I'm totally glad you're here. When you get here. Right now, no one's here, and it's just awkward me watching myself on camera. Right now, no one's here. Listening to myself as well. That's even more awkward. Good morning. If you're watching live, please say hello so I know that you're there. Comment #replay. Hey, Susan Hill, guys. Admin extraordinaire. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Elena. Oh, Bonnie. It's always awkward once you show up. It just stays awkward. Just kidding. I love Bonnie Clapp. If anybody doubts that for 1 minute, well, that's on you. I don't know what to say about it. I'm going to attempt to make I wrote Rhubarb Crisp. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Christine. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Tracy. I am late, but I'm on my own timeline. I have a bunch of rhubarb left. Some of it's starting to get funky. This is what happens when rhubarb gets funky. It gets like this, and it also gets like this. Yay. So I'm not going to eat that piece. I don't know why I bought so many. I need like 2 stalks is all I needed. I'm just going to dispose of this. I'm going to make rhubarb crisp in a mug, or at least that's what I've got envisioned in my head. I am missing a fingernail. If you notice, don't call me out on it. I already know. I'm missing a fingernail. I broke it while I was trying to do something. It came flying off, and I picked it up, and I carried it around with me while I was doing something, and I kept carrying it, and I'm like, why am I carrying this fingernail? If I put this fingernail down for 2 seconds, I can come back, pick it up, and put it on my finger. But instead, I sat it down somewhere and I have no idea where it is. So there's a fingernail around my kitchen somewhere, and my husband's going to find it, and he's going to say, would you please stop leaving your fingernails laying around the house? It freaks him out. Almost as much as when I pull my eyelashes off at the end of the day and sit them down. He's like, why do you do that? Can you not go put those eyelashes away? No. Mm-mm. Yeah, they're probably in the fridge somewhere. They're probably... This is my Norwex cloth cleaner thing. I'm supposed you're supposed to wet it or something, but I don't. I just do this and then call it good. Seems to work. It is like celery's tough cousin, but it's better cooked than raw. I don't like it raw. All right, so I'm going to put strawberries in my rhubarb. I like to. It's probably in my cheesecake. Yes. Oh, I need to show you all my cheesecake. I'll show you while this is cooking. I don't like it raw. Shirley, do you like it raw? I don't like rhubarb raw. It's got to be cooked. I'm going to put strawberries in this because I like strawberries with my rhubarb. When I was growing up, I used to make this cake crumble where you would cut up a cup of rhubarb, cut up a cup of strawberries, put it in the bottom of a pan, top it with a cup of sugar, top it with a stick of butter, and then top it with a package of cake mix. And you just bake it. And it turned into the most amazing crumble. Do you remember the time? I hope there's not a fingernail in my cheesecake, Bonnie. Do you remember the time where I went for a photo shoot and I couldn't find my eyelash? And when I came back to the car, it was stuck to the handle of my car because I was wearing magnetic eyelashes and it had fallen off. It was stuck to the car door handle. I thought it was a caterpillar. It wasn't. It was my eyelashes. Shirley. Yeah. My car handle lashes. I've found worse things in my car, like an old half-eaten corn dog under the seat. Found that there before. I'd like to say it was my kid that left it there, but it was probably me. All right. I'm chopping my broccoli. Chopping my rhubarb. I'm not making broccoli crisp in a mug because that sounds horrid. I mean, the whole thing doesn't sound that great, but all right, big mug. Actually, I think I'll take this one because this one's even bigger. Big mug. I'm going to put 1 stalk of rhubarb in there. I don't know if this is going to work. It's like I'm teaching you. Like, welcome. I'd like to teach you how to make a lovely rhubarb crisp when I literally have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. What's the vegetable that looks a lot like rhubarb but is bitter? Are we talking about celery, Bonnie? Celery? Or are you talking about like something entirely different? I have been up here chopping rhubarb. The dog never moved. The minute. Oh yeah, Swiss chard. Yeah, it is Swiss chard. The minute I sliced that strawberry, he came running up here from downstairs. He could tell the difference between chopping rhubarb and chopping strawberries. He likes to eat the tops off my strawberries. Okay, that's all I got for you, dude. Somebody look up in the THM Analyzer app. I made the assumption the other day that rhubarb is a fuel pull because it's basically the sour tart version of celery. It is a fuel pull, right? It's not an E fruit because, I mean, it's not even really a fruit. It's technically a veggie. Somebody look it up. It is a fuel pull, right? Not that it matters because I'm making it in an E anyway, but I feel like it is a fuel pull. Or not even identified. It does say fuel pull. I figured it would be because it is a veggie. Even though we only really use it in sweet ways. I wonder if I could make something savory from rhubarb. Oh my word, Bonnie. Bonnie says, I bought some unlabeled Swiss chard once and made applesauce out of it, thinking it was rhubarb. And I gave it to my mother-in-law. At the time, it was an honest mistake. Now, it makes me laugh. That's hilarious, Bonnie. Applesauce from Swiss chard. Yum. That sounds good. I wonder if I could make something savory from rhubarb. What do you think? I'm going to look up savory rhubarb dishes and see if that's a thing. All right, I've got my chopped veggie, my rhubarb. It's my non-starchy. And I'm going to put in this some vanilla. I don't know. Maybe a half a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to put sweetener. I think I'm going to do super sweet. I'm going to start with a teaspoon. I don't know if I should do more. I'm going to do 2. I don't know. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of super sweet. I feel like it's going to need it. Have you ever made barbecue sauce from rhubarb? What? No. That sounds so intriguing. All right, I'm also going to put some brown swerve in here because it's because I want to. I'm going to put like a tablespoon of brown swerve. I'm going to put a splash of lemon juice. I'd say maybe a teaspoon of lemon juice. And I'm going to put some cinnamon. I don't know, maybe 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Seems about right. Put more if you want. And then I'm going to put about a tablespoon of baking blend in here. Baking blend is in my fridge. Hold on. All All right, so far, hey Connie, so far this is a fuel pull, but I'm going to make it an E because I'm going to put oats on top. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of baking blend in there. And I'm going to mix this up really, really well so everything is coated. So it should look like any other crumble pie filling that you make. You could do this with any fruit, I think. And maybe I will. Crumbles in a mug. Crisp in a mug. All right. Good to know, Meredith. I'm checking that out. Do you think I need salt in it? Salt. Okay. Everybody says salt. I'll put a pinch of salt in there. A pinch. Just a wee pinch. All right. Now I'm going to top it with my crumb. I think I'm going to make my crumble in a separate bowl and then put it on top. Gosh, why do I have so many glasses? All right. I'm going to do use quick oats or use rolled oats. I don't have any. I decided to make something with oatmeal this morning and then went to get to oatmeal and found out I'm all out of oatmeal. All I have is steel cut oats, which you're not going to want to put in the microwave. They'll just turn into bricks. So I'm going to use Scottish oats, but that's not I would say use actual rolled oats. Do it right. So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons plus a little extra. So just say 3 tablespoons of rolled oats, 3 to 4 tablespoons, quarter cup, whatever. Just put some oatmeal in a bowl. And then I'm going to put some baking blend in there. Did I go put that? Oh, no. Sorry. ADD. I'm going to do actually about a teaspoon of baking blend. I'm going to do some brown swerve. And I think I'm actually going to do tablespoon of brown swerve. I'm also going to put some super sweet. Yes, this has a lot of sweetener. So pro tip, if you watch this and you're like, oh my gosh, that sounds too sweet. I'm going to use half a teaspoon of super sweet. Then don't put that much sweetener in it. That's how you do it. That's how it's done. You're going to need protein on the side of this because this is proteinless. I'm going to put some cinnamon in here. And then I'm going to put some coconut oil in there because this is dairy-free. So I'm going to do about a tablespoon. Oh, crud. I can't do a tablespoon, a teaspoon. I forgot I'm making an E. See? Do you see how easy it is to confuse your fuel types? I was just about to put a tablespoon in there. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing THM. You can still accidentally cross over. So just a teaspoon. You could use butter if you don't care about dairy. If you don't care about dairy-free. Yep, it's an E. I got confused for a minute. So I could make a crumb out of something that wasn't oats and to make this an S with lots of fat. So I'm just going to really mash this in because it's only a teaspoon. Where can I find a list of which sweeteners are for which uses? I'm still confused because which can be used for which. I also hate stevia and wish I could find monk fruit with no aftertaste. So Marianne, when you say you hate stevia, how much have you tried it? Because here's the thing. When I first started this journey, I was like, man, stevia is bitter. Stevia is gross. I don't like stevia. I don't like stevia. I don't like stevia. Now, the smell of sugar grosses me out and stevia is delicious. But it took time. I just spit all over my cheesecake. It took time. But yes, whole earth monk fruit is a good one. So super sweet and gentle sweet can be kind of interchanged if you want. You are able to interchange them. Super sweet is my favorite. I really love super sweet. It's my pref. Far much over gentle sweet. All right, so see how I really worked. Work it. Gentle sweet can be used more in stuff like frostings. It's a lighter sweet. It's gentler, the sweetness. Yeah, see, everybody's saying it took a long time to transition up to super sweet. Yep. All right, I got my crumb on top. Now I'm going to microwave it for 3 minutes and see what happens. There really isn't something that says use this sweetener here and that sweetener there. It's about taste more than anything. Yeah, Tracy prefers gentle sweet. It's her favorite sweetener. Me, I don't love gentle sweet. I will use it, but I don't love it. My daughter will eat gentle sweet on a spoon. My sugar-loving, THM hating daughter will eat gentle sweet off a spoon. Not me. I much prefer super. 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 Does anybody else, when they hear the word super sweet, think of Molly Shannon going, when I get really nervous, I stick my hands in my armpits? Smelling like that? Okay, I know it's weird. If you don't know who Molly Shannon is, you're like, that's really gross, KJ, sniffing your armpits, but it's really funny. Oh, good idea. You can grind it down. I just put it straight in here. I put like a teaspoon of super sweet in a cup of coffee. And the other day, my mother tasted it and said, oh my word, that's so sweet. No, it isn't. You don't know? So you guys don't know that show? All right. This, if you were not there last night, y'all missed out. Let me just tell you. Last night I did Mexican night. Live Zoom. It was $10. Or if you're in my group coaching, all of those classes are free. It's a totally awesome value. You get a seat in every cooking class I do for free. Plus you get the replay. So if you can't show up, it's no big deal. So we made sopapilla cheesecake. We made chimichangas that were divine. Let me just tell you, anybody who was in that class, tell these people just how delicious it was. It was amazing. So this, I went to the grocery, to the natural grocer, because that's, you don't call it a natural grocery store. It's the natural grocer. I went there to buy dairy-free cream cheese to make cheesecake from. I don't use a lot of dairy-free cream cheese items because they have some weird stuff in them, and honestly, I don't really like the way they taste that much. But since I was teaching a class to everybody else with dairy, I wanted to be able to demonstrate exactly how to make it the right way. So I was going to use dairy-free cream cheese, which I knew was going to be pricey because I needed it for my chimichangas and I needed it for my sopapilla cheesecake. I needed 12 ounces, which I knew at the natural grocery store was going to cost me approximately $371 a month for the next 3 years. Let me check my crumb. Well, that looks darn good. All right, I'm going to leave that there for a minute. I think I overcooked the topping, but it still looks good. So, anyway, I went to the grocery store and I bought $17 worth of dairy-free cream cheese and then came home to get it out to make it. And look what it was. Dairy-free sour cream. So now I have $17 worth of dairy-free sour cream in my fridge. Then I'm not exactly happy about it. So I had to punt and do something different. So this is what I made with my sopapilla cheesecake. I just happened to have a yummy brick of silken tofu. So this sopapilla cheesecake, everybody else made cheesecake. I made sopapilla tofu. That's what it looks like. Looks like cheesecake. Yeah, sounds like someone needs glasses. And you know the worst part, Meredith? When I got to the counter and they scanned it through and I was watching up on the price thing, it said Kite Hill Sour Cream. And I thought, they got that tagged wrong. They indeed do not have that tagged wrong, KJ. It's actually sour cream, you fool. So I want to give this a little tasty taste because I haven't tried it yet. That tofu tastes like that's good. They don't taste like tofu. Well, I mean, it does because tofu tastes like nothing. That filling's good. It tastes a little bit like cheesecake. All right. So somebody tell me the difference between one of the dishes that you make. I did. Yes, I added cream cheese flavoring, so it kind of tastes cream cheesy, and I put cinnamon in mine too, and lemon juice. It's actually pretty good. It doesn't taste like cheesy, but it tastes, I don't know. Mine was mine was a crossover, Meredith, because I had to use gluten-free brown rice tortillas because I needed a gluten-free tortilla and I couldn't find one homemade that really was coming out the way I needed it. So I bought brown rice tortillas. No, it's not super rich. It's really good. So mine is a crossover because of the butter and the tortillas. But if you use low carb mission tortillas, if you didn't have to worry about gluten and you use low carb mission tortillas, it would totally be an S. Well, my brekkie would be a crossover if I had eaten a whole piece of cheesecake, but I just had one little bite. Like, I'm not worried about it. There was maybe, and I mean, there's 2 tablespoons of butter in that entire cheesecake. So that I took what 1/32 of that 2 tablespoons. So no, not a crossover. Okay, what is the difference? There's 2 different types of fruit cooked things. There's one that you put your stuff on the bottom and you put your crumb on the top and then you bake it and the crumb stays on the top and it's usually made of oatmeal. I think that's a crisp. But what's the one where the fruit comes to the top and the crumb goes to the bottom? What's that one called? That's a real thing because that's what I need to call this because that's exactly what just happened. Cobbler. Cobbler in a cup. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Shirley. Yep. My fruit. Look at my yummy fruit filling. And my cobbler is right. Look at this. I used brown rice tortillas. Can you have eggs, Meredith? Because you could use egg life wraps. You could use Wonder Wraps. You could make some oatmeal tortillas. Use egg life wraps, plain egg, or even the cinnamon egg life wraps. I bet they would be good. It might not get as crispy as tortillas, but I bet they'd be good. Okay, hold on. Y'all have to be patient. This is about 2 billion degrees. Cobbler in a cup. That's what we got to call this recipe. Strawberry rhubarb cobbler in a cup. Oh, you guys, that's good. That's a win. I'm going to put just a tiny drizzle, like just not even a teaspoon. I like Whippy Whip on top of mine, but I'm all out of my dairy-free Whippy Whip, and I don't want to overdo any fat anyway because it's an E, but I like a little bit of cream on my cobbler. Oh my gosh, you guys. You see this? Oh man, I just dropped that on my laptop. Can you see it though? Hopefully it's good. It's got to cool. It is death by rhubarb hot. It is hot. Hot, hot. Just like me. A drizzle of maple syrup might be good. It might be good. I don't know about maple because it's pretty tart. So I don't know. All right, you guys, I'm going to go eat my cobbler in a mug out on the doorstep with my coffee in a mug. My cobbler in a cup and my coffee in a mug. Double mugging it. KJ Muggins. This Marianne is an E because it's got a 1/4 cup of oats in it. This is actually a pulled back E. There's not a lot of carbs in it. I'm trying to think. If I used the biscuit mix and lightened up the butter, I think you could make this a fuel pull. I feel like, but I don't know. I won't know until I try, right? This would be, I'm going to do this again with other fruit. You could do tummy tucking ice cream on top, Marianne. Absolutely. Tummy tucking ice cream would be so good on top of this, especially out of a Ninja Creamy. If you're coming to the retreat, y'all are going to get ice cream out of my Ninja Creamy because we're going to make 427 batches of ice cream out of a Ninja Creamy the week leading up to the retreat. It's going to be fun. All right, guys, I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day today. For goodness sake, stay on plan. You know what I'm doing today? I'm going to go meet with a personal trainer who's going to show me what I need to do to become buff. Going to teach me all the ways of the gym so I don't walk through the gym and go, I don't know what to do, and look at the equipment all intimidated and break out in a sweat and then run away, because that's what I do right now. He's going to walk me through the equipment, teach me what to do, get me on the path to muscle madness. Yes, the old man trainer. The lady at the gym said, he's kind of an old man, and then shows me the picture and he's like 46. And then I punched her and she no longer works there. I'm kidding. I didn't punch anyone. I'm just going to get blocked from Facebook for violence. I'm kidding. I didn't punch anybody. I stuck my tongue out and ran away. All right, you guys. I love you all. Have a blessed day. I'll see you back tomorrow for devotions, bright and early. I'd love if you'd start your day with devotions with me. I'm telling you guys, it changes lives. Getting on devotions in the morning and starting out your day in the Word of God changes things. So join me tomorrow morning. Saturday, I typically do 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. Get you about out of bed. You'll be all right on a Saturday because I want to go to the gym at 7:30 to a class. So I'm usually quite early. All right, my friends, I love you so much. Have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all back tomorrow. Bye, guys. They said something about holding it down while it blends, so maybe I should have done that. You're gonna come.